Welcome back to another episode of Accelerate the Great. I'm your host, Nehemiah Davis, and today I want to talk about you are only one digital product away, right? And the reason why I want to talk about this, I want to talk about my ebook. And again, people always say they hate the word pivot, but I want to talk about literally what I did with my ebook, tell you some things that I know that work well as things that didn't work well. And I'll just break down the game for you because I know you're one product away, whether it's an ebook, whether it's a course, whether it's a cheat sheet, whether it's a software, whether it's a document. I truly believe that you're one small product away from being able to generate passive income that can possibly replace your job income or just give you another boost in income in your household every single month or every single week or every single day. So for those who don't know, April 17th or April 16th, I released my first ebook. And the ebook is called 7 Steps for Turning Your Instagram into a Cash Machine. And for those who don't know, every year on my birthday, my birthday is April 16th. Every year on my birthday, I release or do something, whether it's a book, some sort of project that can generate some income during that day. And my goal that day, I think it might have been, I don't know exactly how much money I wanted to generate. This is in 2020, right? I don't remember exactly how much. It might have been like a $10,000 day or $5,000. I don't remember the exact amount, but I knew I said, hey, I got a goal to generate X. I'm going to discount my event space program and make it cheap. And mind you, what y'all got to remember, April, that was probably, and I don't know the exact dates, but that was heavy during the pandemic. I'm talking about heavy. So what you got to understand is I had event spaces, right? I'm keep saying had, like I don't have. I own event spaces, but at that time, they literally just got shut down from the pandemic. So trying to convince somebody to go get an event space probably wasn't the best at that time. And understand this, we stopped pushing that probably for a month or two. But then I realized that, hey, you still got to help people get event spaces because it's not like the same day they learn, they go get an event space tomorrow. They may not get a space for 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. So we do want to make sure we acknowledge that. But for my birthday, I said, hey, I'm going to have a discount. I'm going to offer my program or course. It was very cheap for my birthday. I don't know if we let it go for 700, 600. I don't know the exact numbers, but they weren't selling. I'm talking about, I'm hyped. Yeah, I'm assuming we're going to sell all of these. And no, they weren't selling. So 8 o'clock, I said, I start acting almost like a drug addict, right? I got to figure out how I'm going to make this money. Like, what I'm going to do to get this bread right now? I need the money right now. What am I going to do? I got to make $3,000 at least the day on my birthday. And in that very moment, y'all, I said, how about I write an ebook? And at that moment, I know Runway was talking about an ebook, telling me to write an ebook. I know I heard Tony the Closer talking about an ebook, and I think he said he made like $250,000 off the ebook. And at that time, I didn't have an ebook, and I've never been the lower ticket product guy. So everything that I had to date was $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. It was more expensive products, right? Everything that I had was more expensive. Literally, everything you could think of, all of it was more expensive. So for me to come out with an ebook, I'm like, man, I don't know if I really want to do an ebook because I got to sell to too many people for it to actually make sense and for me to actually make the amount of money that I want to make. So at 8 o'clock, I came up with the idea I want to launch an ebook. 8:15, told my team, they went and whipped up the site. 8:30, I reached out to my graphic designer, asked him to whip me up a cover. He whipped up the cover. I asked Davida to whip up a funnel. She whipped up the funnel. She didn't fully finish it, so I reached out to Rashi, one of my team members in India. She went and added the finishing touches. 12:15 that night, first sale, hype on Instagram Live. From 12:15 that night to Sunday midnight, pretty much Monday at 12 a.m., right? We did like $22,000 in ebooks. I'm like, mind you this. I didn't write the ebook. I didn't even know the chapters. I just knew the 7 steps for turning your Instagram into a cash machine. We didn't write the book for another 3 weeks. But guys, that book hit. To date, that one book has generated over $900,000. We're literally about to hit the $1 million mark on an ebook that I created one time. Write this down. What can I create one time that I never have to create again? That's a wealth key. You want to identify something that I can make one time that I will not have to focus on producing again. And that for me was that ebook. I had no clue it was going to hit like that. And I want to break down some of the reasons why it hit, and hopefully some of these things you can do to get your e-product popping and get your e-product where you need it to be, right? So, very first thing, you want to make sure you have a sales funnel. You want to make sure you have a funnel in place where in the sales funnel is essentially, it is a buying mechanism. It's like a website, but you control the buying process. Most entrepreneurs sell products and services, and their goal is just to hurry up and rush and get them out the store and be done. I'm trying to keep you in the store as long as possible. It's like when you go to the store to go get one thing in the market. For some reason, you are always leaving with more than just that milk, right? That's how I look at a sales funnel. So in your sales funnel, you want to have an order bump. That's a product that they can buy that's a no-brainer. You want to have something called an OTO1, which is a one-time offer. You want to also offer that product at a discount if they don't buy it. That's called a downsell on the OTO1. And you want to also have an OTO2, which is your one-time offer too, something else that you offer, and also a downsell if they don't buy that. So you're giving a client order bump 1, you're giving them OTO1, downsell, OTO2. You're giving them about 6 different shots at buying different products and services that you're offering verse 1. So write this down. Your goal when you're launching your book or your whatever the product you have is you are looking to increase your LTV, right? Well, you're looking first to increase your ACV, which is your average cart order, pretty much your ACV, right? Average cart value. Like how can I get them, instead of spending $33, spending $50, or instead of spending $33, they spend $100, whatever it is. And for me, when I launched my book, it was $33 because I just turned 33. But I had people spending $200 in there, $300, $400. Some people were buying the entire cart and everything that we offered, right? So I was increasing my ACV. And another thing that you also want to think about is increasing your LTV, which stands for lifetime value. And the reason why your lifetime value is so important is how much money will a customer spend with you over time. This also lets you know how much money you can spend to acquire that customer. So if it comes to advertising, if you're spending $100 to acquire them and you know they're going to spend $300, it makes sense for you to do that because you know over time you're at least going to get $2 additional $100 from that customer. So that's the first set. That's having the funnel set up. The next thing, and I'm going to make this quick. I don't want to get too deep. Next thing is, y'all, you want to have your retargeting set up, right? Which means your retargeting ads. So when they come on my page and they don't buy, they're going to get a Facebook ad, an Instagram ad on, hey, I saw that you came to the site, but for some reason you did not buy. So make sure you have your pixel set up on those particular ads. Next thing you want to have is you want to have abandoned emails, you want to have abandoned text, and you want to have abandoned voice. And the reason why these are also so important, abandoned emails, they're going to get a series of 5 to 6 emails from me, right? They're going to also get a series of abandoned text from me. In addition to getting abandoned text from me, they're also going to get abandoned voice from me, right? And the reason why I do all of this because this is where we say your grind got to be annoying. How many different ways? They're going to see me and hear about me from so many different ways where they like, man, I got to buy. So those have been huge mechanisms that help us generate the income that been huge mechanisms that help us generate the money that we generated on that book. Retargeting, having our ads set up, and having a product. And the reason why I keep pushing digital products to people is think about this. You only have to create it one time. So now all you got to really become good at is being a marketer, marketing the product. So most businesses, let's say you own a food restaurant. Every time you got to make the product. You got to make the hot dogs. You got to make the hamburgers, and you still got to market to sell them. If you own a clothing brand, you got to go ahead and get the shirts printed. You got to get them shipped. You got to bag them up, and then you got to sell it. So meaning you still got to market it. Most businesses out here, you have to have 2 components. You have to create the product every time, and you got to sell it, which means you got to market it. In this digital space that we're referring to, you create the ebook one time and you never have to touch it again. My funnel has been operating for the last, 7 months in very minimal maintenance. We probably given the funnel 3 hours of maintenance. And let me give you another key really quick. When you do get a funnel set up, always duplicate the funnel because our funnel was down for about a week with different technical issues. So we lost money for a week straight Why? Because we did not have this stuff set up. So we had to go in and try to rebuild the funnel. So always make sure you need a backup for your backup, right? And that's something we couldn't figure out what was wrong, but the funnel ended up getting corrupted. So again, y'all, right now, I don't know if you listen, but I'm sharing you keys that could save you a lot of money and make you a lot of money if you apply these different things, right? So make sure you guys are using these things to really help you push and help you level up, right? So the next thing, so we talked about the funnel, we talked about saving, we talked about duplicating the funnel, we talked about marketing, right? We talked about the ads. Next thing you want to do, make sure you're running on influencer pages. And when you do create this ebook, make sure it's getting somebody results. I'm gonna be honest, nobody want to hear your life story right now. Nobody cares, right? No one cares right now about like your life, what you got going on. All a person want to know is how can I get from where I am to where I want to be? My book, 7 Steps for Turning Your Instagram into a Cash Machine. It's very specific. I didn't talk about the 7 steps that Nehemiah used to grow his Instagram and get him to travel to 55 countries, to get him. No one gives a crap about Nehemiah that much. How can you help me? So if you're thinking about creating your product or a service, how can it get your customer or your client specific results? Couple other things that work very well for me. The infomercial post. So every single night, we make anywhere from 30 to 50 grand a month just from doing infomercial posts. So from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m., we use a software called Hootsuite. We're doing a post at 12, one at 1:10, one at 2:20, one at 3:30, one at 4:40. And I separate them by an hour and 10 minutes so it doesn't seem spammy. But the reason why I do this is every night we're generating income from these overnight posts. So if you're selling a product, if you're selling a service, whatever it is, make sure you're posting overnight because people are up. People are trying to get out their situation. People are figuring out how to get better. And guess what? The social media streets are quiet at night. So because they're quiet, we're still marketing. We're still working. So now other people are seeing all these things at night. So again, y'all, I just wanted to give you guys some of the keys, right, to really help you guys level up. And this is what I'm going to do. I haven't really put this together, and I'm going to go very deep in my mastermind with this. So, again, DM me the word mastermind. Again, this is a 5-figure investment, minimum of $10,000 to even join this mastermind. But if you're interested, DM me that. Only DM me that, right? Mastermind, I'm serious if you're serious about that. Another thing, I'm thinking about having a small product for the ebook course. So if you're interested in getting the ebook course, I will give this to you for $500, break it down. And what I decided to do for 5 people, I'm going to give you my first initial funnel that we use that generated, we just switched funnels, but I'm going to give you the first one that we use that generated us to $700,000. So you can have that funnel. You're able to plug it into your cart and just edit it, right? But now you have that. So again, that's 500. Shoot me a DM and just write ebook funnel. I'm ready, right? And again, I'll be able to get you a link for that. So again, my goal here is very simple. I want to help more people increase their income, impact, and influence and win. 2021 is here. It's now. So your goal is to be able to level up, and my goal is to help you do exactly that. So again, thank you so much for tuning in to Accelerate the Great. I hope this episode will help you out. Let's go.